Hello there my fellow Guardians, how's it going? This is Mario here, bringing you guys another Destiny video. Today I'll be going over all of the exotic items that are being added in the Dark Below DLC. This will include primary weapons, special weapons, heavy weapons, armor, and any other miscellaneous items that we'll be seeing. So let's get right into things. According to the current game files, there will be a total of 16 exotic items added in the Dark Below. We're not sure how most of these items will be obtained, either through completing the raid, purchasing them through Eris, or if they will just be added to the random loot drops. It's also good to note that one of these exotics will be exclusive to PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 3 until fall of 2015. Whether this exotic is one that I'll be listing here, or an extra item that Bungie haven't added to the game files yet, I don't know. However, PlayStation users will be receiving some form of a timed exclusive exotic item. We'll start off with the primary weapons. There are two exotic primary weapons being added in the Dark Below, NECROCHASM and No Land Beyond. The first weapon we'll talk about is NECROCHASM, an exotic auto rifle. Its description reads, "Eternity is very close. Can you feel yourself slipping?" This weapon will deal arc damage and will fire at 900 rounds per minute. There are two perks that you are guaranteed to get on this weapon. The first one is the more interesting one and is called Cursebringer. This upgrade will make it so that precision kills with this weapon will cause the enemy to explode in a similar fashion to that of a cursed thrall. The second upgrade you'll be getting is called Rangefinder, which makes this weapon increase its effective range whilst aiming down sights. Overall, this weapon is a great auto rifle and is an essential firearm to any Guardian planning on infiltrating the Hellmouth. This weapon also has a choice between 3 different bullet types and 3 different random upgrades, allowing you to add to this already powerful monster of a weapon. The second primary exotic is called No Land Beyond, an exotic sniper rifle. Its description reads, "Every hit blazes the path to our reclamation." This is the third exotic weapon that we've seen that involves a special weapon archetype fitting into a primary weapon slot, following the Vex Mythoclast, an exotic fusion rifle, and the Universal Remote, an exotic shotgun. There are 2 guaranteed upgrades on this weapon. The first one is Mulligan, which means that missing a shot has a chance to return the bullet directly into the magazine. The second upgrade is exclusive to this weapon and is called the Master, which gives this gun increased precision damage and kills will briefly increase damage towards your next target. Apart from these upgrades, you'll have the choice between 3 different bullet types and 3 different random upgrades, which will turn this sniper into a much more reliable weapon. Next up we have special weapons, or rather we don't. Unfortunately there are no new exotic special weapons being added in the Dark Below as far as we know. However, there are currently 2 special weapons lined up to be in the next DLC, the House of Wolves, that will launch sometime next year. Moving swiftly onwards, we have the heavy weapons. Unfortunately, there's only one exotic heavy weapon that's being added into the Dark Below, and this is Dragon's Breath, an exotic rocket launcher. This weapon deals solar damage and can have up to 2 rockets in the magazine at the start of this weapon's life cycle. The upgrades that you're guaranteed will also help you to deal maximum amounts of solar damage to your enemies. As always for exotic weapons, there are 2 upgrades that are guaranteed. The first one of these is called Tripod, which will add an extra rocket into this weapon's magazine. That's 3 rockets in the magazine. The second upgrade is called Pyromancer, which makes it so that rounds fired from this weapon will leave a solar flare upon detonation, dealing even more solar damage. Pretty sweet upgrades if you ask me. The other more random upgrades include 3 different recoil patterns and 3 different random upgrades to add to this weapon's amazing firepower. Now we move on to the armor, and there's some pretty sick looking armor being added in the Dark Below. This armor includes 3 helmets, 3 gauntlets, 1 piece of chest armor and 2 pieces of leg armor. Let's begin with the helmets. There are 3 different exotic helmets being added, 1 for each class in the game. For the Titans, there's the Glass House. Its description simply reads, "Everything is luminous." On this armor piece there are 3 upgrades that you are guaranteed. The first one is Rain Blows, which increases melee attack speed. The second one is Quintessence Transfer, which will replenish super energy when you kill an enemy with a grenade. The final upgrade that is exclusive to the Glass House is Bathed in Light, which makes it so that Blessing of Light and Weapons of Light last longer. From these upgrades you can clearly see that this will be a great helmet if you're a Defender Titan due to all of the Ward of Dawn bonuses you'll be getting. For the Hunters, there's the ATS-A Arachnid. Its description reads, "Advanced Tactical Sensorium. Induced hallucinations integrate broad spectrum targeting data." This helmet also has 3 upgrades. The first one is Light the Blade, which means that causing damage with a grenade reduces your melee cooldown. The second one is called Ashes to Assets, which makes it so that you'll replenish super energy when you kill an enemy with a grenade. The final upgrade is exclusive to the ATS-A Arachnid and is called Arachnid Sensorium, which makes your golden gun zoom in for accuracy when aimed. Overall, this weapon will be okay if you're a gunslinger hunter. For the Warlocks, there's the Obsidian Mind. Its description simply reads, "Power from the Ash." This helmet once again has 3 upgrades. The first one is called Energy Projection, which increases grenade throw distance all around. The second one is called Inverse Shadow, which will increase the super energy gain from killing minions of the darkness. Finally, there's Insatiable, which is exclusive to the Obsidian Mind. This upgrade makes it so that Nova Bomb kills will reduce the cooldown of your next Nova Bomb. This helmet will be great for Voidwalker Warlocks who have a few other upgrades on Nova Bomb. Moving on, we have the exotic Gauntlets that will be added in the Dark Below. Once again, there are 3 different gauntlets, one for each class. For the Titans, we have Ruin Wings. Its description reads, "In the garden grows a tree of silver wings. The leaves are ruin, the bark disaster. Of the seeds we do not speak." There are 3 upgrades that you will always get on this armor piece. The first one is Special Weapon Loader, which increases the reload speed of all special weapons. The second upgrade is known as Impact Induction, which means that causing damage with a melee attack reduces your grenade cooldown. Finally, the exclusive upgrade is called Seeds of Ruin, which makes heavy ammo drop more often, and each heavy ammo drop will contain more heavy ammo. From that final upgrade, this sounds like you'll be able to use these gauntlets with both Striker and Defender Titans. However, Bungie may want to be careful for that final upgrade on these gauntlets, since it sounds like Titans may become overpowered if they can get their mitts on these. For the Hunters, we have Don't Touch Me. Its description reads, "Amputated from a creature that stumbled out of a Vex Gate. A vestigial defensive reflex still remains." The first guaranteed upgrade on this one is Special Weapon Loader, which increases the reload speed of all special weapons. The second one is Inverse Shadow, which increases the amount of super energy gained from killing minions of the darkness. Finally, we have Defensive Reflex, which makes it so that taking damage from a melee attack will make you briefly invisible. These gauntlets will be great for both subclasses and will be especially great for Blade Dancer Hunters to combine with their other abilities. For the Warlocks, we have Claws of AHAMKARA. Its description reads, "Look at all this life, O bearer mine, there is so much left to burn." The first guaranteed upgrade is once again Special Weapon Loader, which increases the reload speed of all special weapons. The second upgrade is called Snap Discharge and increases melee attack speed. Finally, there is the exclusive upgrade called the Whispers and allows the wielder to gain an additional charge for Scorch or Energy Drain. These are great gauntlets for both Sunsingers and Voidwalkers who have upgrades on their melee abilities. There will only be one exotic chest piece in the Dark Below, and that is Starfire Protocol, which is for the Warlocks. Its description reads, 13.4 billion years ago, the first stars kindled out of the darkness, seeding the future of all life. The first upgrade is Fusion Rifle Ammo, which increases the amount of Fusion Rifle Ammo that you can carry. The next upgrade is Heavy Weapon Ammo, which increases the amount of heavy weapon ammo you can carry. So basically this chest piece can carry ammo. Finally, we have the exclusive upgrade called Starfire Protocol, which allows you to gain an additional fusion grenade. This is an okay chest piece for Sunsinger Warlocks who use the fusion grenade, but if you don't use the fusion grenade all that often, this armor's pretty pointless. There are 2 pieces of leg armor that are being added, one for the Hunter and one for the Titan. This makes up for the fact that Hunters and Titans won't be getting an exotic chest piece in this DLC. For the Titans, we have the Mark 44 Standard-Sides. Its description reads, "Pardon me, coming through." Unlike the other exotic armor pieces we've talked about, the Mark 44 Standard-Sides will only have 2 guaranteed upgrades. The first one of these is Heavy Weapon Ammo, which increases the amount of heavy weapon ammo you can carry. The second upgrade, which is exclusive to these boots, is called Be Somewhere Else, and increases the duration that a Titan's shoulder charge remains active. Overall, these boots will be awesome if you're a Striker Titan that uses shoulder charge, but if you don't use shoulder charge or you're a Defender Titan, you should probably look elsewhere. For the Hunters, we have the Radiant Dance Machines. Its description reads, "Built for swift movement, they provide unexpected and decisive social benefits." These, like the Mark 44 Standard-Sides, will have 2 guaranteed upgrades. The first one of these is Heavy Weapon Ammo, which increases the amount of heavy ammo you can carry. The exclusive upgrade to this leg armor, however, is the Dance, which allows you to move more quickly whilst aiming your weapon. To be completely honest, this leg armor isn't really worth it simply because of its upgrades, but they do look pretty damn awesome, so only try and upgrade these if you're into looking badass. So that does it for weapons and armor being added. However, there are 4 other miscellaneous exotic items that are being added in the Dark Below. 3 of these miscellaneous items are class-specific armor pieces, or marks, cloaks and bonds. Currently in the game files, these items are listed as legendary items, but the background of the item's icon is yellow, indicating that these will be the first exotic class items that we will be seeing. For the Titans, we have Mark of the Duskborn. Its description reads, "We called her Verok. It was her and her thrall that finally overwhelmed him." This item also hints at one of the bosses in the raid being called Verok, although this is only speculation. For the Hunters, we have Cloak of the Dusktorn. Its description reads, "I'll remember the light. Will it remember me?" This quote is spoken by someone called Sai Murta, who may have been one of the other 5 Guardians who first ventured down to defeat Crota with Eris. For the Warlocks, we have Curse of the Hidden. Its description reads, "I vow to avenge them all, and this curse I will carry to my final death." 2 things here. First of all, this quote is spoken by Ariana 3, who could again indicate one of the first 6 Guardians who went down to try and destroy Crota. The second thing is, if Ariana 3 is one of the Guardians who first went down to kill Crota, then this bond will likely be earned in the Crota's End raid. I guess this because of the fact that Ariana says, I will carry it to my final death, and if her final death was in the raid, then technically we'd be able to earn it from the raid. The final exotic item is a material called Crux of Crota. Its description simply reads, their god is now our power. Once again, the description indicates that this material will be earned in the Crota's End raid somehow. But what will this material be used for? Well, if you stick around until later today, I'll have a bonus video going out telling you what this is used for. So that's all of the exotic items that are being added into the Dark Below on December 9th. Are you looking forward to earning these awesome new items? Let me know in the comment section below. So thank you guys for watching this video. If you've enjoyed it, remember to smash that like button and don't forget to subscribe for daily gaming content. Remember to follow me on Facebook, Twitter and Twitch, links in the description below, and I'll see you guys in another video. So until then, ciao.